So LeBron James has not played this year. He will not reportedly go on the Lakers' 5-game road trip. He's got a sciatica issue. That's a nerve in the lower back and also where Napoleon was exiled to, sciatica. So my least favorite quality in men is high maintenance and neediness. And I'm not saying LeBron's doing that, but there's some supposition that LeBron has his feeling hurt.
LeBron's going to be watching this team while he's out. And if while he is out, they are struggling, that could lead to the next step.
Down court, Reeves, dug it in. Doncic, 47.
And that'll do it. A disheartening defeat.
Underneath, here's Luka. He puts it up. He puts it in and one. And the Lakers are on their way to evening their home record at 2-2.
Flashback.
Remember what Shams was told by Rich Paul? That the Lakers, Rich and LeBron, they'll be watching every move because the priority at this stage is to win.
Right.
If they're not winning, maybe he's going to have to go elsewhere.
The NBA just dropped a ratings report that has the whole sports world buzzing. And it's wild. Viewership is shooting up like crazy, reaching heights we haven't seen since 2010. But here's the twist nobody expected. The league's so-called king is missing from the spotlight, and the numbers are exposing exactly what that means. So let's break down what really went down. The NBA released its official viewership data for the first 2 full weeks of the season, and the numbers look unreal. We're talking about a gigantic 92% jump from last season. And no, that's not some typo, a full-on 92%. The league is pulling in attention at levels we haven't witnessed since 2010, back when Kobe Bryant was still dominating the court and the whole world was watching. To understand how huge this comeback is, we gotta look at just how rough things got last season. Regular season viewership across national broadcasts sank to 1.553 million viewers per game. The year before that, 1.56 million. It was a steady slide, season after season, and none of it looked good. And here comes the part that had people whispering behind the scenes. The WNBA was pulling 1.2 million viewers per game. When the Women's League starts catching up to your numbers, the league knows there's a real issue it has to face. But this season, everything flipped in a big way. Opening night alone pulled 5.61 million viewers. That's the strongest opening night since 2010, and it's the kind of number the NBA Finals themselves have struggled to hit at times in recent years. Something clearly shifted, and it wasn't subtle. The entire product suddenly feels fresh again. Faster, sharper, more competitive, like the league finally woke up. So what changed? Well, there's one major absence that people keep dancing around, even though it's staring everyone right in the face. LeBron James, the guy the league spent years pushing as the face of everything, wasn't on the court, and his absence is making the whole situation look even more interesting. For the past decade, fans have watched LeBron James carry himself like he runs the entire NBA, calling himself the king and rocking that chosen one ink across his back. The same player who brings up being the GOAT in interview after interview kept pushing his own legend while, in the eyes of a lot of fans, the league started feeling less like the game they used to love. Let's take it back to 2010, because that's where everything shifted in a major way. LeBron put together The Decision, that televised special where he announced he was taking his talents to South Beach. It wasn't just a free agency choice, it became the spark that launched the full-blown super team era, and plenty of fans say that's when real competition started getting shaky. From 2011 through 2020, the whole landscape felt predictable. LeBron kept jumping to loaded rosters, and supporters of the older style of basketball felt like the chase for titles got too easy. First Miami, with Dwyane Wade and Chris Bosh, then back to Cleveland with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love stacked around him, then over to the Lakers, and every stop came with new demands for more help, more trades, more stars. It turned into a constant cycle of building mega rosters, and many fans felt the balance of the league was disappearing right in front of them. People started drifting away because the thrill of sports comes from unpredictability, from watching teams grind, compete, and prove they can shock the world. But with one star swinging from super team to super team, a lot of viewers felt the league was tilting too hard in one direction. And this wasn't just about LeBron. He became a trendsetter, and other stars followed the same playbook. Kevin Durant joining a 73-win Warriors squad, players asking for trades whenever things got tough, loyalty turning into something folks joked about instead of admired. The whole vibe of the league started changing fast. But there was something else that made fans even more frustrated, something even bigger than super teams. LeBron became one of the main main faces of a new era, the era where effort wasn't guaranteed every night. Load management became normal, with players sitting out games for rest while still cashing massive checks, and the fans paying for tickets were left wondering who would actually show up to play.
This rest stuff just drives me crazy. You're playing basketball for a living, okay? I understand if you're working in a coal mine that you may need a rest day after it. You're playing basketball.
What do you think of when you hear the term load management thrown around?
Well, it shouldn't be needed, first and foremost. You know, I never wanted to miss a game because it was an opportunity to prove. It was something that I felt like, you know, the fans are there to watch me play. I want to impress that guy.
Flashback. You have to really play hard. Does that hurt you physically?
No, because when I play hard all the time. You know, there's no turn it on here, turn it off here. It's just 110% at all times.
Players started giving half effort on defense, sometimes barely trying at all, and the whole game felt softer, slower, and way less electric than it used to be. And yeah, LeBron wasn't the only one doing it, but he was the face everybody saw, the spotlight guy, the one the league promoted the most. So when he slacked, people noticed instantly. Fans were paying real money for regular season games only to find out the self-proclaimed greatest player ever wasn't suiting up that night, and it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. And even when he did hit the court, the defensive energy wasn't close to what legends from past eras used to bring every single night. The contrast was loud, and fans felt it every game. Meanwhile, player salaries kept shooting higher and higher, hitting numbers nobody ever imagined, even though the on-court effort kept dropping. Fans could feel it. Viewers saw players earning historic money while giving them half-speed basketball, and the whole product started slipping. Games turned into the same old routines, non-stop three-point sprees, repeated sets, and predictable outcomes that felt like déjà vu every night. Everything started blending together, and people got bored fast. Fans aren't clueless. They saw the slowdown, the missing intensity, the lack of real fight, and they started flipping the channel because the spark just wasn't there anymore. But here's where the whole story takes a wild turn. With LeBron sitting out these first weeks because of his sciatic injury, the league suddenly opened up in a way nobody expected, and the results have been incredible. Nikola Jokic is putting on a show we've never seen in NBA history. The guy is in the middle of what's basically his 6th straight career year. He keeps finding new ways to dominate, and it makes no sense how he keeps leveling up every season. And he does it with zero drama and zero look-at-me energy. He just hoops, simple and pure, and it's beautiful. Giannis is still a force too, playing like a 2-time MVP who treats every game like it matters. No load management, no shortcuts, just full throttle every night, and fans respect that kind of grind. Then you've got Luka Doncic blowing up the league. He's nearly averaging a 37-point triple-double to start the season. Real-life numbers that look like broken cheat codes, and he makes it all look effortless, like he's playing at his own smooth rhythm. And then there's Victor Wembanyama, who has the Spurs sitting at the 2 seed in the West already, a young star lifting a legendary franchise back into the spotlight. That's the kind of natural storyline fans love because it feels real, not forced. The Oklahoma City Thunder won 68 games last season, and now they're sitting at 11-1. They're on track to become only the 3rd team ever to hit 70 wins. That's history unfolding in real time, and it has everyone glued to their screens. And get this, the Detroit Pistons are 9-2, leading the entire Eastern Conference behind Cade Cunningham. Detroit, the Pistons. When was the last time anyone even talked about them like this? Suddenly, they're one of the league's freshest stories, and fans are eating it up. Everywhere you look, there's something new, something exciting, something worth watching. And all of this is happening at the same time. All because the NBA finally stepped out of the long shadow LeBron cast over it for years. Now here comes the part that hits LeBron supporters hardest. The Lakers are thriving without him right now. They're 8-3 with him out, sitting top 4 in a stacked West, and they look like a completely different squad. The ball is moving, the energy is up, and the chemistry is clicking. Austin Reeves has exploded in a major way, putting up 31 points and 9 assists a game. The kid is shining, showing what he can really do when he's not just waiting in the corner hoping for a pass. The whole team is playing fast, confident, and together. Exactly what fans want to see from Lakers basketball. But here's the twist, the kind that makes everyone raise an eyebrow. LeBron is reportedly close to returning. He's been practicing with the Lakers G League affiliate and ramping up fast, so a comeback could happen any day now. And the big question is unavoidable. What happens to this team once he's back? History suggests the rhythm might shift, because the offense usually slows down and runs through his hands, which can change everything. Once he returns, people already know what's likely to happen. The offense could get more predictable, control, the ball might stick instead of moving, and younger players who need development time might see fewer chances. And on top of that, you know the national TV schedule will load up heavy on Lakers games just to put LeBron in front of the cameras again, whether fans asked for it or not. And that brings us to Commissioner Adam Silver. For years, he pushed LeBron as the centerpiece of the league. Marketing, primetime slots, league narratives, everything seemed designed to keep LeBron front and center no matter what the ratings said. Even when viewership was slipping, the league kept banking on that same storyline over and over. But lately, something surprising happened. Silver got asked straight up who the greatest player of all time is, and he said Michael Jordan. And then he joked, "Don't tell LeBron I said that." That little moment said a lot without saying too much. Even the commissioner understands the reality of that debate, and he likely knows the league leaned too hard on one star for too long. And deep down, he probably realizes that the constant focus on LeBron hasn't always been good for the product the fans love. Silver dropped another important line too. He said he's not crowning the next face of the NBA the way the league did with LeBron. He said the next superstar has to earn it through real competition just like Jordan did. That's basically code for, we pushed LeBron way too hard, and it backfired. Players around the league noticed the favoritism as well, and they weren't quiet about it. Isaiah Thomas even called out the league for giving LeBron treatment nobody else gets, pointing out how certain actions from him wouldn't bring the same fines or suspensions other players would get hit with. That double standard became impossible to ignore, and it rubbed a lot of players the wrong way. And then there's the LeBron James situation, something everyone talked about. The Lakers drafted LeBron's son so they could make history as the first father-son duo to suit up together in the league. That moment sounded cool on paper, but the truth is Bronny needed more time to develop in the G League, and most fans knew it. But the Lakers and the league pushed the moment anyway because it fit the storyline around LeBron. That's been the pattern for years. Build everything around him no matter what it does to the product. Give LeBron whatever he wants. Shape the league around him. Keep him happy. And while all that was happening, the ratings kept dropping. Now let's compare eras for a second. Back in 2010, when Kobe Bryant was the face of the league, the NBA was booming. Fans were locked in, the competition felt legit, and multiple teams had real championship chances. The energy was different, the storylines were natural, and the product felt alive. That was also the last time NBA viewership hit the same heights we're seeing right now. And it just so happens that this was before LeBron fully took over as the league's main attraction. From 2011 onward, once the super team era kicked in, viewership slowly dipped. Sure, the Cavs versus Warriors matchups had huge hype at first, but after 4 straight years of the same finals, fans got tired of the repetition. Everyone knew how the story was going to play out, and the suspense disappeared. By last season, things were rough. Viewership nearly hit all-time lows, casual fans checked out completely, and diehards were openly frustrated about the direction of the league. Yet, through all of that, LeBron still got every primetime slot, every national game, every headline, every storyline pushed in his direction. It didn't matter if the fans were tuning out. The machine kept feeding the same narrative, but these first few weeks have proven something crystal clear. The NBA doesn't need LeBron James to thrive. In fact, the league looks even better without him right now. The numbers prove it, the excitement proves it, and the competitive balance proves it. Here's what we know for sure. The NBA just had its strongest opening weeks in more than a decade. Viewership is up a massive 92% from last season. Young stars are exploding on the scene, the competition feels wide open again, and the entire product looks fresh, fast, and unpredictable. Everything fans have been begging for. And the one major thing all of this has in common? LeBron James has been on the sideline, but now he's close to returning. He turns 41 in December, and the end of his career is finally approaching. And for the sake of the league, the fans, and even the basketball culture itself, the transition to the next era can't come fast enough. Adam Silver can't come out and say it publicly. He just can't, but the ratings speak louder than anything he could ever admit on a microphone. LeBron's era stretched long, and the constant push to elevate him above everything else nearly dragged the league into the ground. But this new stretch, these weeks without him, look like the beginning of a revival. The road forward is obvious. Stop forcing old narratives. Stop building the entire league around one player. Stop protecting a legacy instead of building new ones. Let the young stars shine. Let the competition breathe. Let the best basketball win naturally. These past few weeks without LeBron have shown us a version of the NBA fans have been craving for years. Hungry, fresh, explosive, and unpredictable. The league can be great again, but only if they finally turn the page and move away from the era that's been holding it back for far too long. So what do you think? Is this rating surge just a coincidence? Or is the NBA really better without LeBron on the court? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you want more breakdowns like this, go ahead and hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single update. This league is changing fast, and we're locked in on every moment.